Hey, 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 can you guys hear me? Let me know. Let me know if you guys can hear me. All right, perfect. I'm going to say hi to y'all, and then I'm going to do my proper info, but I do want to thank you guys. Vanessa, thank you for waiting. Chanel Lewis, what's happening? What's up, J-Man? Hey, J-Man, can you do me a favor and tweet for me that I'm live right now? I appreciate that greatly. Sunshine E, hello. Yada Dada, my warrior sis, thank you for coming and welcome to the mod world. Capri, hello. Sunshine, we spoke. GGG, what's happening? Nene and Powell, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Look, there's a lot going on, and I thought I'd just do a live because the blogging takes time. Like one video can take me anywhere from 2 to 3 days to 7, depending on how long it is and how detailed. So I decided just to come live to save myself the headache and also to connect with you guys. I think that's important also. You know, I love to connect. So yes, so for the sake of, I'm waiting on a few more people that I've already chatted with, but for the sake of the fact that Team Truth is so prevalent also in the chat, I'm just going to refer to y'all as Truth Warriors. So welcome to you, Truth Warriors. And if you're not a Truth Warrior and you're just figuring things out over here, welcome also. I know we got a couple people in the bushes. Look, if you're here and you haven't liked the video, please do so. I cannot see if you have liked it or not, so it will not tell me who you are. Feel free to do so. It's an anonymous like, just for the sake that I'm here. Wayne, what's happening? Thank you for joining. Thank you, pal, for sending out the tweet. Hey, Angela, welcome. Welcome, welcome. So we're Truth Warriors tonight in this chat, and I want to thank you guys. And I'm just looking at my notes because I don't have a script, but I do have notes. Hi, Queen Zen. What's happening, JC? Thank you for coming through. Yes. So I'm here tonight by myself, the same way that I started. I was telling somebody I used to do my lives really late at night when I first started because I was so nervous, like sometimes even midnight, just thinking maybe nobody will even show up. But some of y'all did. And I've come a long way, and I'm here fearlessly just to, you know, talk to you about what's going on and entice you guys to continue to come back. Hi, Mary. Welcome, welcome. And listen, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. I have some great things coming up, which I'll get into. Just trying to let a few people fall in here. Hi, Rosalind. Welcome. Lil Red, what's happening? Okay. So whether you're here live or you're going to catch this on the replay, you know, I just really want to express my thanks and my appreciation for you. Like I mentioned, there have been quite a few case updates. We were here last Wednesday. I think I briefly talked about the new New York indictment with regard to the marriage to Aaliyah and the bribery charge being tacked onto the RICO indictment for the New York case as a predicate act. And today I have the full discovery outline, so we'll talk about that. Hi, Tahira. Welcome. And you know, I also want to kind of go over some red flags, some dating red flags for women specifically. There's red flags for men as well, but maybe grown man can cover that. Speaking of grown man, I want to give him a shout out on his new fly platform. I see you over there with your green screen and all your technology popping. It's a good look. And, you know, just shout out to you for your, you know, your efforts, your growing channel and all the work you're putting in. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah. And while I'm at it, I'm going to shout out also Mocha and Nia. I don't see them tonight, but they have a brand new channel themselves. It's called The Mocha Nia Show. They have a new video out. Go check that out. It's the truth about Aaliyah and R. Kelly. Go subscribe to them and watch that video. And I want to shout out to my girl Diva also. Diva the Divine Light. Matter of fact, I need to text her because she's supposed to be here. She might have fell asleep on me. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, so I just had to remind a few people that that I'm live. Thank you for your patience. Let's see. So where was I at here? Okay, so grown man's working on a video. Like I said, he's at it. He's tirelessly putting in effort to keep this, you know, this truth out there. And so Lil Red, I'm gonna see what you guys are talking about real quick because I got a couple people I know are gonna be coming in. So. People pulled an overnight slumber party with grown man. Oh, yeah? I missed that. I haven't been able to watch any videos as of late. I've been really busy, specifically outside of YouTube. But because the news of the R. Kelly case is, you know, thriving right now, it's also putting a little bit of a demand for me for YouTube to keep up. You know, I can't quit now. So he did step up, didn't he, Queen? Grown man ain't playing with him. And, like I said, he is doing a great job. So let's see. The gamer girl Jasmine, welcome. And it says you're waiting. I don't know what you're waiting for, but thank you for being here. All right, Blade. Blade is here. That's who I was, one of the people I was waiting on. What's happening? We truth warriors in here tonight, baby girl. So let's just do that combo. It's just easier for me. And also, we're all one family, so, you know, it's all good. Real world. I don't believe he did all they say, but he did something. Okay, I actually can concur with that. I don't think that every detail of everything is he might be guilty of, but at the same time, enough for him to be where he is and enough for him to do more time in actual prison. So there's that. R. Kelly's plea deal. Welcome. R. Kelly is trying to bail out of his video appearance in court. I don't see how that's already been established as far as I can tell. I checked the court database just before coming on. Looks like everything is still intact with regards to, well, they moved the, so they had that hearing or whatever from the 9th. They moved that to the 18th at 4 p.m., I believe. And then, but the bail reconsideration is still for February 13th. The video appearance was approved. I hadn't seen anything that was filed to get him out of that for the video conference, so I don't know if that's going to happen or not. I mean, I think he's going to do the video conference, but if anything else comes in, I'll try to keep my eye on it. Let's see, what else? Let me check my messages because I'm getting... Let me shout out to Ceylon. I don't know if Ceylon is in the chat. I was supposed to call her, and I apologize because I did tell her I was going to call her, but I honestly didn't have time. You guys, to any of you who like want to send me stuff like right before, or, you know, want me to read something, a lot of times that can't happen just because it takes some prep for me to actually do these lives. And I have to be in a certain mindset, certain zone, and I can't have like a whole bunch of chatter and information coming at me right beforehand. So I just want to put that out there. Hey, Brianna, welcome. Okay, we'll get that bag, girl. Thank you for joining. Okay, so, okay, I got people telling me I'm coming. All right, so let's see. Let me check my notes. Let me stay on track because I don't want to be here too long. I was going to do a video, but like I said, it's just a lot easier for me to come live. And I realized looking back at my past videos, a lot of my views come later, people on the replay. So it's all good. If I only get a handful of y'all in here, these are my core people. Y'all are my folks. And I'm super comfortable talking to you guys. So it's all good with me. If people want to sit in the bushes, that's all good too. If you have an opposing opinion, you can feel free to come through. As long as you come respectfully, this is all love over here. I mean, I joke around a lot, you know what I mean? But at the same time, I do understand some people, they think differently, you know what I mean? And a lot of times, sometimes I look at it as a reflection of a character. However, I do realize that people bring different things to the table depending on, a lot of things, your experiences, your upbringing, the environment you're in. So people have different opinions. For me, this particular subject seems black and white. I mean, to me, it's kind of like you either against him or for him. But I do realize there are people on the fence. There are people who, like someone said earlier in the chat, they believe he did some things and not all. And my stance on that is, even with Roshana Lanfair, who was the victim in the very first child porn tape, who is now cooperating, may I just say, even with her, if it is only just her that we're dealing with, he still needs to be where he is, and he still needs to do time for what he's done. But it's not just her. There's a myriad of girls, women, and crimes. So for me, I think he's where he's supposed to be. Lil Red, you in your Phases voice tonight. Phases with an F. Remember that. Okay. I mean, I don't know where y'all at with these people. I haven't really been involved as much as I was previously. It's too much. Grown man has taken the reins on keeping up with all this stuff, and I just try to catch his videos because it's too much. I did catch what's his name? DJ Tyson. I'll just say his name. I think it was yesterday. He did a video because he needed to straighten out some stuff. And it just told me that there is still so much drama going on the supporter side. Sharon Wimbush came in, and I think she sliced a few heads off and then accused some people of some stuff. And then, DJ Tyson had to come through and put her on blast for being the person that gave him the videos on Dana. A whole mess. I even saw Dr. Rogers in the chat applauding him and giving him money because I think she was being blamed. This is all I know about the little gossip that's going on. Grown man, so you guys are beefing. No more lies. Are you beefing? I don't know, grown man. I feel like you are Switzerland at this point. I know you have your stance, and your stance is where we are with the truth. But at the same time, Switzerland, meaning you make it a welcome platform for everyone to come. I think that's important for you as a growing channel. If you really are focused on growing with numbers and popularity, that's the way to go. Because you get more views if you are, welcoming, which I guess I'm not, so which is fine. Hey, Priscilla, thank you. I'm so glad you made it. I'm so glad. And you and I have some things to talk about because I think that you can be a huge contributor to what I want to do moving forward. Priscilla Williams in the chat. She's a warrior. Priscilla is a smart isn't even like that. That's an understatement. She's brilliant. She is somebody who is, if you want to call your people a weapon, I think all of you guys are a weapon to a certain degree. But she's definitely a weapon in the intelligence department. So shout out to you, Priscilla. Denise, grown man did his thing last night with Cuz and Levi. Okay, I missed that. So that's something I'm going to have to check out after this live, apparently. Hey, Della, welcome. Alicia, welcome. Wayne is out here popping bottles. What's up, D? I love you too, Priscilla. Thank you. This is just the beginning, girl. This is just the beginning. Oh, and that reminds me, Lizzette Martinez, shout out to her. She is busy in the moment, but she may be calling in because on the red flags part of this, because, you know, we were talking about this and I thought it would be a good thing to discuss here. And shout out to Lizzette also, because we actually had a night out, a girls' night out the other night doing the LA thing. We went to a... where were we at? Katsuya in Hollywood. That's such a, you know, that's such an LA place if you want to be around, you know, those types, entertainment and things of that nature. But it's really a good sushi place, and it was close to both of us. So we had a great dinner, had a great chat and all that good stuff. And we were leaving, and TMZ was outside, and they one of them recognized her from covering another event in the past. I think that he said the MTV Awards. So if you didn't catch her on camera outside that restaurant, it's definitely something to look at. It's on my Instagram, which is Goddess Dawn. I think it's Goddess_Dawn, but go to my Instagram and shout her out too for handling that like a champ. She was ready for him. And I think her 2020 is going to be a lot different than her 2019. If you don't remember her story, well, you know, she's a survivor from the Surviving R. Kelly docuseries, which part 2 is coming out, y'all, as you probably all saw the promo. It's, I believe, January 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in 3 parts. I'm going to be in Vegas, actually. So we actually are going to be in Vegas, and we may go live from Vegas, but we definitely might have even a watch party. Anyway, so she, because of the first airing, her life changed dramatically. She came out to support these women. She hadn't come publicly before, from what I understand. Then because she did that, she received a lot of backlash. She had some things personally happen to her that took her off track. But at this point, I believe she has a lot of learning and experience under her belt and knows how to better handle this attention that's going to, again, come in a big tsunami of a wave. So somebody said I'm buffering and they can't hear. So I want to make sure that's not everybody. Can you guys hear me? Oh, grown man, first weekend of January. My people are out there and they're having a, somebody's having a birthday. So, you know, so Angela's like, yes, a watch party. I don't know how I could do that from YouTube, because they don't, this copyright this and copyright that. But maybe Instagram, I don't know. I think Grown Man is the one who's equipped to do a pretty fly watch party. So if Grown Man, if you do a watch party, maybe that would be the ticket. maybe we can get on the phone. Okay, J-Man, you can hear? Okay, cool. Thank you, Denise. Okay, good. So Latoya, I don't know if maybe that's your device. I'm not sure. Okay, so let's see here. Let me check my notes. Oh, I'm going to also take this opportunity to shout out, I'm going to be interviewing. I have actually 2 new people on the hook for interviews, and you're going to be like, okay, girl, you're going to be a little, you know, seeing what I'm doing now. But one of them is an RK insider from back in the day. He was a backup singer. He was there during the Aaliyah period. He's somebody who had never spoken on it before because of her, you know, just really out of respect. But he says that now that this indictment has come through and it's out, things are out now, that he's open to speaking. So this will be his first time speaking on Aaliyah. And the things he told me had my jaw on the floor. So I'm hoping you guys tune in. We're talking December 28th, Saturday. And it'll be 6 p.m. my time. So if you're on the East Coast, that's 9 p.m. Let's see. What are y'all talking about? Unapologetically grown man show. Do y'all think Drea has a winnable case? I don't know, because I think that has to do with whatever contracts they sign. I feel like people are upset about the money situation, But typically that stuff is spelled out in the contracts prior to you doing anything. So if they sign contracts and then turn around and want to dispute them, that's going to be hard to get out of. Let's see. Okay, I'm a little lost, but I was just trying to read the chat. Yeah, a lot of stuff is coming out. Lola, what's happening, lady? Hey, Renash, what's happening? Welcome. So yeah, we're just talking about some things that are coming up. Like I said, the RK Insider that I have, and I have someone else who is very, very important to all of this stuff. And I think he's going to come on too. I'll let you guys know, but I don't want to jinx anything. But as soon as I have that solid, I'll be letting y'all know. But these things are coming up in the next few weeks because after the new year, I want to try to tackle some new subjects. I mean, I'm still going to cover this stuff, but, I'm going to try to open up my horizons a little bit, broaden my horizon, shall I say. And if there are any males who would like to chime in on the red flag part of this, I will greatly appreciate that. I'm just putting it out there right now because it's always good to have a male perspective, in my opinion. Hey, Dave. I think it's D Live for Christ. I'm sorry. I don't know why I thought it was Diva for Christ. D Live for Christ. Hey, welcome. JC saying they own the rights to the first series and paid her for pictures. I don't think they have broken copyright by showing scenes from the first series in the promo. And with that too, I think that with those type of situations, those big, what do they call it? With those type of things, they typically will have you sign away the rights to your likeness for the purpose of promoting. So if they did do that, then they probably do have the right to use their pictures for the second part, even though they're not in the second part, if that makes sense. It's just really important to read your contracts, people. You got to read the fine print. Maybe, you got to have your attorney or you got to have a legal beagle read your stuff and make sure that you're not doing anything you don't want to do. And maybe at the time they didn't know they didn't want to do part 2 because it was brand new to everybody. They didn't know how Lifetime at the end of the day was going to do them. I guess a lot of them feel shorted. But my thoughts on that is to if anyone's listening that is a part of that, if you're getting opportunities because of the first airing, and you're not happy with how Lifetime treated you, that doesn't mean you should shank the opportunities that are going to come because those opportunities typically don't come around every day. You're not going to get certain outlets reaching out to you, giving you a platform to speak about your life and maybe some things you have coming up. It's definitely a good idea to jump on whatever, not everything, but if something's going to benefit you for the sake of keeping your name out there and maybe allow you to promote things that you're working on, I would suggest that you, despite the anger you might have toward the platform or toward the company Lifetime, go ahead and take the opportunities that come. That's not going to hurt them at all if you don't. I'm sure it's going to hurt you though. So I just want to say that. Yes, Truth Warriors. Hey Diva, you made it, boo. Okay, so I don't even know if I have you as a mod, but if you are, thank you. All right, so I'm going to get into this discovery and stuff. But I think I'm going to start with the indictment itself because the indictment, it's a superseding indictment for this discovery that was filed, the outline. The indictment, by superseding, meaning it was the previous indictment. They're tacking on to that. Let me just get my little notes here. So, hold on, let me get the picture up and all that. I need an intern, for real. I really do. And I think I have an intern out there, but he hasn't, or they, I won't put them out there, but they haven't let me know they're here by being in the chat at all, or texting me that they're here. So if you're my intern, that you know who you are. Let me know you're here. I would like to know. All right, so the superseding indictment for the discovery, the outline that we have, I'm just going to go over a couple things because I think some things we've talked about, but I want to review. Okay. So this indictment, it starts with the grand jury charges. And that's the heading, like the grand jury charges, and it's all times relevant to the superseding indictment unless otherwise indicated are the following. So the enterprise itself, and I think we all know that encompasses who we call the enablers, but it breaks it down to say that the defendant, Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known as R. Kelly, and individuals who served as managers, bodyguards, drivers, personal assistants, and runners for R. Kelly, as well as members of Kelly's entourage, comprised in an enterprise, and that's what they're calling the enterprise. Within the meaning, and they give the statute, that is, the enterprise constituted a group of individuals associated in fact that he was engaged in and the activities of which affected interstate and foreign commerce. The enterprise is constituted in an ongoing organization whose members functioned as a continuing unit for a common purpose of achieving the objectives of the enterprise. So the things that stood out for me in that is that the enterprise constituted in an ongoing organization. So when you say ongoing, it covers various time periods. And also by them saying that whose members function as a continuing unit. So they're a continuing unit of R. Kelly. They're like an extension of him for a common purpose of achieving the objectives of the enterprise. So when I hear the enterprise, we all know allegedly that these are some of the people who were a part of that enterprise based on some of the things that we've seen, videos, books that were put out. We got Demetrius Smith. I have him at the top of the list because he's the one who admitted to helping get Aaliyah that fake ID and bribing the city worker so that they could have that marriage. Kip is another one. I don't know his last name, but I know he falls into that as well. And we're talking Dana J. I'm not going to forget number 99, Peter. We haven't gotten to the discovery yet. I'm still going over a little bit of the indictment because I want to make sure we're on the same page what we're talking about. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the chat. Okay. So, like I said, Demetrius Smith, Kip, Dana J, Bubba, aka Ruby Chris online, Will Edie, Cheryl Mack. There's 3 girls. I don't want to mention their names, but they do fall under this also. I don't want to mention their names out of respect for their parents, honestly. The Mayweather sisters, Juice the trainer, the attorney Susan Loggins, who was the payout lawyer. I think she falls under this because I think that work that she was doing was in cahoots with the R. Kelly camp and not as an adversary, because if she was an adversary, she would have made sure the authorities and the proper people were contacted. Lizzette let us know that she contacted her when the 2008 trial, or before, the 2008 trial took place. It was during that 6-year period right beforehand. And that attorney basically let her know that her statute was up and hung up on her, as opposed to saying, well, honey, did you contact the prosecutors? Maybe your testimony can help. Or no, she didn't do anything. And, Lizzette was young. She didn't, and naive, and she didn't know. I think someone got the number, her parents or someone got the number for her to the attorney, and the attorney handled her that way. Unfortunately, she and a lot of girls and women just don't have supportive people on their side. And that is why a lot of times there are missteps. And we can avoid a lot of people having certain missteps by guiding them. That's why we, a part of our jobs as adults, as we grow older, is to teach and to, help people to get through things better than what we did. Let me give you that. Let me give you that. Okay. Thank you, grown man. I appreciate you. So, as I was saying, Milton Brown and Daryl McDavid also fall into that, and those two are his co-defendants, as we know. About a month ago, it's interesting that Milton Brown's pretrial services was upgraded to a 24-hour monitoring. And I don't know what the previous pretrial services agreement was because it's sealed. But the upgraded one tells me that it was a little loose. And for some reason, they upgraded it to 24-hour monitoring. So I don't know if something happened. Grown man. All right, now we got some strong mods in the house. I don't think anybody's gonna try us tonight, but like I said, if anybody's in the bushes and you want to come through and give an alternate opinion or whatever, feel free to do so. We're happy to discuss. Grown man's not the only one who could be nice on this side now. I'm nice too. I just don't really like that whole kumbaya thing because I don't know. I just personally can't get with that. But grown man has all that handled, and we will leave that to him. Let's see, what y'all talking about? Denise, Dana J helped a lot putting R. Kelly away. Yeah, you know what? I don't even think Dana realizes he's been more of a weapon against R. Kelly than for. And, you know, let's give him a bell for that. Shout out to Dana J for his big ass mouth. But, so, you know, that long list that I had of alleged enablers, and I didn't even include, I don't think, Cash Howard, probably even Cash Jones. You know, there's a lot of people that we know of, and even some of these bloggers, honestly, like, I don't know how they fall into the whole scheme of things, but I feel like a couple of them, Toxic Diamond, could be on the payroll because, you know, it seems like they have definitely turned their opinion to, you know, a supportive one when it comes to R. Kelly, when I know for me, when I was watching them earlier in the year, that wasn't the case. But, you know, it's all good. Everybody has their own opinion and can do whatever they want with their platform, but, you know, that's on them. So let's see. And that speaks to also Keisha Loudmouth Ballwash, because Keisha Ballwash, from what I understand, was against him. And then I guess Dana J and Levi somehow convinced her to change her mind. And I'm going to speak to that video I did, the breakdown of her video where Steven, the moderator, asked her questions and caught her off guard and got her out her square. If you haven't seen that video, go check that out, especially you in the bushes who don't understand why we are over here. And you talking to somebody, if you're listening to someone like a Keisha Ballwash who doesn't have facts and doesn't understand even why she's doing what she's doing, then you might need to question yourself. Because if you're following someone who's blind, then it tells me that you don't care about bumping into walls and being led by someone with blinders on, or someone who's in the dark. And that doesn't say much about you. So I feel a lot of you on here are smart people. Well, you in the bushes. I know the people in the chat, they know what's up. But if you're in the bushes and you're like, oh, well, I love Keisha's cool and all that good stuff, you know, she probably is. But, you know, to have a platform and somebody challenging you on your stance, you should really have facts or, you know, at least something to back up what you're trying to say. Oh, grown man, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, everybody hit that like button. I know the last time we got off, I had so many views, but I only had like 30 likes, and I always forget to ask for them. So I would appreciate it if you guys could like the video while you're here. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do so. Like I said, I have some really good interviews coming up for people who are going to give you some information you haven't heard before. And yes, Keisha Ballwash. You listened to it like 5 times, Ty. It was interesting, wasn't it? I don't know if Steven's here. I don't know if Steven likes us or me, I'll say. I don't know. It was just really kind of strange. He called in last live and he tried to, I don't know. I'm not going to say that. I'll just say he has a different way of thinking. I think I liked his way of thinking when he called into Keisha Ballwash, but she was bragging in Dana's chat that he still contributed to the Dollar for the King. So that makes me kind of question him. And you know, hey, do what you want to do. You know what I mean? What's up, Talk64? I'm glad you made it. Thank you for being here. What Denise Brewer say to make you say she crazy? Let me see. Dr. Roman and Goddess Dawn are my mentors in the Dana J. Well, we're not going to steer you wrong, okay? We're not going to steer you wrong. So thank you. Yeah, I think R. Kelly is pretty arrogant. I've seen some new videos. I have somebody sending me new stuff that I haven't seen before, and that guy is a cocky MF. I'm gonna say that, and I don't think it's changed. I think he likes. I'm sure he's running. I think he's running things where he's at. To be honest, like Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby said he's cool in jail. I'm in the penthouse. I'm teaching classes. I'm straight. You know. So R. Kelly might feel the same way. You know, those dudes in there may be catering to him. He's in there singing for soup. I mean, you know, he might be right at home. He likes to smell nasty. He got toenails falling off. And where else but jail can that be the case and you not be judged for that, right? Girl, man, you crazy. Don't give me nothing, but you know, we want to help people, so let's just say you're going to help me when I'm ready for you. I would love that. And then when I'm ready, we're going to come for you. Liz too. Lizette's working on her organization also behind the scenes. So, you know, we're going to be out here warrior style taking over. Okay? Enough of this silence. Enough of this hush. Be quiet. Don't tell anybody. Let's keep it in the house. Let's keep it in the family. He's really a good guy, your uncle, or, you know, whatever. It's enough of that, okay? It's time to speak out and tell the truth about things. Remove the veil, as they say. All right, so let's see. So I want to keep going on this indictment here, just to talking about the enterprise. Another part of the enterprise that I found to be important is the terminology that it affected whoever is involved with affecting interstate and foreign commerce. So actually the sentence says the enterprise constituted a group of individuals associated in fact that was engaged in and the activities of which affected interstate and foreign commerce. So I went and looked up affected. We know what affected means, right? Or I'm sorry, commerce. And we know what commerce typically means. When I think of commerce, I think of, you know, exchanging of money, the economy, you know, business. But there's some interesting definitions under the word. So the word affected is to influence, okay? So they're saying that the enterprise constituted of people who influenced interstate and foreign commerce. And when you're talking about commerce, you're talking about, this is a dictionary, social intercourse, interchange of ideas, opinions, or sentiments. And then number 2 is the exchange or buying or selling of commodities on a large scale involving transportation from place to place. And then the third definition says sexual intercourse, believe it or not. And that surprised me, actually. Then there's a reference to go see the business definition, the synonym, excuse me. So I'm going to open that up because I have it to the page marked for that. So what they're referring to in that definition, commerce, trade, industry, traffic mean activity concerned with the supplying and distribution of commodities. Business may be an inclusive term, but specifically designates the activities that may, those engaged in the purchase or sale of commodities or related financial transactions. Commerce and trade imply the exchange and exchange and transportation of commodities. Industry applies to the producing of commodities by manufacturing or processing. And mind you, we're talking about a child porn tape. So we're talking about the production of that tape, and we're talking about the sale and transportation of that tape. It says by manufacturing or processing, usually on a large scale. And from what we know, there's hundreds, maybe thousands of those tapes. It's even online still to this day. And traffic applies to the operation and functioning of public carriers of goods and persons. Okay, and then it also directs you to go look at the definition for work. Now, when you say goods and persons, you're talking about girls and women, which this is how they term the people in the indictment, girls and women. They don't say just women. It says girls and women. So under the definition of work, there's a lot. However, and I'm not even going to read that, but I just want to say that when you think of a term such as the word work, the word commerce, it's really important to know that when you break those things down of the legal aspect of this, it's a lot more. That net goes a little wider than what we even knew. Like, I didn't even know commerce had all of these things, especially sexual intercourse, under the definition. So I thought that was important. Oh, let me see. So I'm going to go on a little more, and then we'll go into the discovery list. Let me see what you guys are talking about first. Let's see. Be right back. Okay, Tox. Grown man show. How recent was the video of Abernathy? Okay, I don't know what that. I think we should go. We should do at least 30. That's what he said he gave us. You guys are having a whole other conversation. I have no idea what y'all talking about. But Denise said he's sneaking some dude in his cell. J-Man saying that passport video, if you really listen to what he's saying, he was trying to get the girls to come back to America. Are you talking about the African girls? I think there is something of him trying to get some girls to come back here. I remember that. Yeah, he was real blatant with his solicitation. He's a pretty, like we said, cocky dude. And I'm sure a lot of people didn't say no to him. They still don't say no to him. So, grown man, I got to check your videos out. I know you've been putting them out like fire, like hot cakes. Like, I can't keep up. Every time I look, there's 3 new ones. But shout out to you again for putting in all that work and putting the effort into your platform. That's going to guarantee the growth. So good job. Let's see. Lola said she bet you he's screwing somebody even in jail. I wouldn't put it past him. He said, did you get your shots? That's what he said in the video, yada yada. I need to go see that again. All right, so as I mentioned, you know, in this indictment, as they define the enterprise, they continue to talk about girls and women throughout it. And I thought that was important. So they're really, you know, what they're doing here is they're just laying things out so that when the time comes, the witnesses, the actual evidence and all that stuff, this is really just this is just kind of saying this is what's going on, but we're going to have all the things to support what we're saying. And that's where the discovery comes in, or the outline that I have. The discovery supports the indictments. Okay, people on Twitter especially, I saw a couple people say, "Oh, that's just a piece of paper with some words on it." It's not just a piece of paper with words. It is a list of actual physical evidence that they have in hand, that they have produced or submitted to the defense. The defense is going to comb through the stuff. They're going to maybe, you know, even try to get some stuff thrown out. That's a part of this process. But this list is an outline of what they have, okay? So let's talk about it. It starts out at number 90, the discovery exhibit. And I think Grown Man went through this. I think I remember seeing a video of you doing that. So we're just really reviewing, and a lot of people haven't heard it. So the first thing listed, though, is Cook County Clerk's Office marriage records for Robert Kelly and Jane Doe number 1. And right now we know that Jane Doe number 1 is Aaliyah, right? So they have marriage records. It also says that Wayne County, they have number 91 is Wayne County Clerk's Office annulment records for Robert Kelly and Jane Doe number 1. So there are also annulment records in Wayne County. And that means that there was a marriage. If you have to annul a marriage, obviously there has to be a marriage to annul, right? Grown man, what are you talking about? Y'all are crazy. I'm looking in here. Grown man, yeah. Angela's like, what you sipping on tonight? I'm thinking the same thing, Angela. What is going on? Look, I know he gonna go live as soon as I get off of here, which he probably can't contain himself right now. Just chill out, grown man. All right, so the next thing we have on number 92 is the birth certificate for Jane Doe number 1. And Jane Doe number 1 is Leah. The birth certificate is there to prove age at the time of the crime. and she was 15 years old. Next is the Illinois Department of Human Services record. They have the Illinois Secretary of State driving and auto records for Robert Kelly. They have certified records for these things. They have a birth certificate for Jane Doe number 4. I don't have the indictment in front of me. Anybody know who Jane Doe number 4 is for the New York indictment? I forgot. I think we know. Some people, couple of them we don't know, right? So next, they have photographs taken by the Chicago Police Department on or about February 11th, 2002, as well as June 7th, 2002. So pictures in 2002 could be related to the original case, back the one he was acquitted of. I think they took pictures of him for the sake of, verifying whether or not that was him on the tape. I'm understanding he has a mole. Lizzette confirmed it, I think on his back. So I think those pictures are coming back into play. But I'm wondering if they're taking new pictures. I don't know. 8 hours yesterday, grown man, online. Is that what they're saying? You had a slumber party? How are you doing all of this? I need to get your secret on the energy, because it takes a lot. And I know you have a family and a business or two. I definitely need to know what you drinking or what you doing over there. Let's see. The lawyers were arguing in court because they don't know who the two victims are. They were arguing. Well, I'm sure they're going to find out soon enough. And some things they don't need to know so soon, right? Because this is why he's not being released for bail, because of the coercion and the stuff that he's done in the past. So to tell them too soon who people are would be a mistake. And I'm glad that the judge, isn't. I don't think as of yet the judge has said that they need to let them know. I know the prosecution gave a response. There was a request for them to be dropped from the count 5 of the indictment. And I think they also asked for a bill of particulars. They want to know whose is who and when and what. Queen said the live was lit. So sounds like y'all had a good time. So I don't know, you guys. I have some new things happening in my life, so some of my time is being taken. Wink, wink. I don't want to put too much on it, but I just want to say that it's a good thing. And that's why you probably haven't seen me as much as you have in the past, because I's busy. So what else they got? They got Albany Police Department records for a concert held on July 31st, 1994. Business records certifying that information. Resorts World Casino New York City records for a concert held on August 26, 2016. They have Metropolitan Correctional Center Chicago records for Robert Kelly and another inmate. And this is number 99, which is what everybody was questioning. Grown man. Stall me out. It was, no, not a, well, it's bigger than just a date. But I'm not going to get into it. I'm just saying. Stop rolling your eyes at me. Oh, I deserve love, don't I? Yes. Okay, so what I was looking for in the indictment, the superseding indictment, was evidence of, or something to allude to this inmate situation. I didn't see anything. There is a statement, information sheet that was provided, but that doesn't speak to that either. I'm thinking whatever happened with that inmate is in the prison records. They probably keep, obviously records about behavior and things like that. I know there was something mentioned before about him declining cellmates at one point and having an issue with somebody. So I don't know if they're going to use maybe an example of something that happened as a behavioral pattern for him. The fact that he has maybe anger issues or, I know that it was noted that he was uncooperative. So, whatever he does is being looked at still to this day. Yeah, we can talk. Definitely. Who is Toon the Goon? And you're rolling your eyes. I don't know. Yeah, okay, we'll talk because I don't know what you're talking about. So, let's see. J-Man saying, here's a good question for the P Hive. They want updated information and recent stuff. If they would look in the indictments, his activity is as recent as 2017, but they don't read. Yeah, I agree. They don't read. They don't care. Like, I put only one page of this list on Twitter just to shut some people up, and it didn't work. So that just tells me they don't care. You know what I mean? They don't care. They're just like, standing for him based on who he is and, the music. And that's really what it is. Me and Tune on the same page. Oh, okay. Valerie Chicago in the building. Valerie Cook? All in Chicago, sure do. The last indictment went to 2018 is what JC is saying. Okay. So I'm reading this list. I know it's boring actually, but it's important, I think, to just know what we're looking at. So they also have Southwest Airlines records for air travel on August 16, 2016, September 12, 2016, November 17, 2018, November 20th, 2018 for various individuals, it says here. They also have certification for those records. They have more records from American Airlines for several dates in 2016 and 2017 and 2018. Also, February 5th, 2018, specifically for various individuals. These records are certified. They have United Airlines records for travel. September 23rd, 2016, October 10th, 2017, and October 11th, 2017. 2017 is when 2017... Okay, so that's more recent. Everything is certified. Everything they have has been validated. This is not hearsay. This is not a guessing game. Oh, what's up, Tune? Okay, I didn't see that you were here. Welcome. I didn't know you were in the chat or in the room, actually, in the building. So welcome. What's happening? J-Man saying they got plenty of recent material on Hollywood Next saying, show me your hard-hitting evidence. Oh, my gosh. She will shut all the way up talking that bull on verdict day. When people say, well, show me the evidence or show me that there's young girls, the thing is that that's what the trial is for, isn't it? I mean, all of these documents are really just saying, look, we have all of this shit on you, backed up with evidence, and yeah, you're going to jail. So why don't you tell us something? So by the fact that right now it's still an ongoing thing, and we of course don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know if there's been a plea deal offer made. I'm thinking maybe there has been, since they did have that one attorney, what was that, about a month ago, come through and I guess look at everything. Maybe he consulted, I don't know. But the fact that he was there says maybe there was something on the table. You can only plea if it's offered, and that's in the documents. So they can't just ask to plea out. They have to offer that. And I'm pretty sure they want to probably have him plea. I mean, it's less time, work, money for them for doing all of this work they're doing. And they're going to continue to pile on until the day of the trial. Like, they're going to continue to find things and talk to people. There may even be, from what I understand, not to say too much of what I've been told, but there are probably going to be more indictments on outside people or enterprise people. Let's see. Yeah, they're not playing this time, Donna, for sure. Especially what happened last time. I mean, that's an embarrassment, if you ask me, to the government, how he got acquitted and played everybody. And those judges and attorneys and anybody involved, honestly, need to be brought to task on that. The deal maker joined the team. Oh, he did join the team. Okay. Grown Man Show says 3 pleas. Umbrella plea probably won't work. Kim Fox probably like no. Okay. JC said they consulted with him a few times and then he joined the team. Okay. So that means they might be looking at pleading. So maybe they want to see what else is going to come in before they, make that. Or maybe they're wheeling and dealing behind the scenes right now. Angela's saying Central Park 5 and I'm confused what the two situations have to do with. I don't know. Somebody must have brought that up. Oh, MC Dime, was the Central Park 5 indicted? What? Okay. I don't know. Let's see. They've always did that to black folks. Pile on. Oh, okay. MC Dime, I see what you're saying. So, you know, there's a lot of cases of injustice on the books and off the books. There's people in jail right now who shouldn't be there. But that has nothing to do with Robert Sylvester Kelly and what he has done, or allegedly, I'll say, and what we have in, as far as, I mean, we talk about this a lot. We got past behavior with Aaliyah, with the women who had gotten payouts, who did file complaints, the Tiffany Hawkins. There's a lot of different names. There's obviously the child porn tape with Roshana Landfair. There's so many things. I mean, and that was just the beginning stuff. But we have witnesses. We have a whole docuseries, and I know the docuseries gets a lot of flack for, people say it's full of lies, and I just want to say that it's, first of all, it's entertainment. When you're dealing with the entertainment industry, nothing's ever 100%. But I would say that it's not about whether their stories are lies, and maybe not all of them are 100%, because some of them are kind of side eye. I've never said it publicly because I don't ever want to bash anyone who said they were victimized, because I wasn't there. We don't know, but I do know if someone's coming out, it's not an easy thing to do, and if you have details to back up your claim, then you have to listen. We owe it to these women, I think, to do so. So with the docuseries, they may have edited things a certain way, or unbeknownst to the people who were involved, and then maybe when they saw it, they were like, okay, well, wait a minute, what about this part? They didn't put this part in. That happens. It's normal. That's how it is. But it shouldn't take away from all the other stuff that's documented on this guy. That docuseries, from what I understand, is not a part of the indictments. So I know Geronda Pace was on there, and she is, and maybe there's one or two, Lisa Van Allen, for instance. However, that doesn't take away the validity of their stories. And, as an outsider, you certainly can't judge somebody. You just can't, because you don't know. You don't know. In this case, you have to give people the benefit of the doubt. And you're a man, MC Dime. I'm actually assuming, I don't know if you're a man or not. I'm getting a male vibe from you. So if you're not a man, you can let me know. But I feel like as a man also, you really shouldn't be coming publicly to say, about women lying or whatever. So let's see. J-Man, I don't see him taking a plea since he's pleading not guilty. Yeah, exactly. He may stick this out, although lawyers have always advised clients to plead not guilty. He stated not guilty for 30 years. I don't see a plea. Yeah, I guess I can agree with that, J-Man. He is a stubborn jerk. He probably does still think he's going to get out of this, and Greenberg probably telling him he's going to get out of this. Priscilla's saying RK says he's unbothered. Interesting. And Powell says the God complex R. Kelly had led him to believe he was allowed to commit these crimes, and he thought he was untouchable. Well, guess what? The law reaches out and snatched his ass. The law reached out and snatched him. They sure did, Powell. Yeah. I mean, you would think that he would have had a wake-up call at this point. Hey, Amy, welcome. Welcome, Truth Warriors in the building. Is MC Dime malicious conspiracy? MC Dime, we're somebody wants to know if you're malicious conspiracy, and who is malicious conspiracy? I'm assuming that's a YouTube channel, because I don't know who that is. Grown man said he's not getting out this, and tax charges haven't even. Oh yeah, the IRS. I've been waiting on that too. Lola said he's arrogant AF and he doesn't think he's done anything wrong. Angela said, get away from them kids. Grown man, start your show with that video. There's a lot of little meme videos out there that are hilarious. What's up, Easy Rider? Welcome. Ty saying he's very cocky, arrogant attitude. Wonder what he's thinking now. Yeah, he might be busy right now with one of his new inmate friends or two. Who knows what he's doing? He's such a deviant. I wouldn't be surprised if he's doing some old kinky stuff behind bars. Oh, nasty. Oh, Powell said it's a horrible YouTube blogger. Okay, so that means I don't have to waste my time. Okay, thank you for that. MC Dime says, no, I'm a brother, wanting fairness all around the board. Okay, but what about fairness to the young ladies who have been allegedly victimized? But what about the women the girls that we know of, the videotapes? Do we have any consideration for the women? You're going to take one man situation and go against all of these people for this one man. And why this one man? I don't get it. Why are you here to speak out for him? I can understand if you feel the way you do and you just kind of sit back and let things play out and see what happens. But to actually come on a platform and go against people, bash people, say nasty things or whatever to defend this man is beyond me, honestly. J-Man saying, grown man mentioned another secret tape coming out that's going to be bigger than Surviving R. Kelly Part 2. I know there's something being worked on from another platform. I don't know if that's what they're talking about, but I'm sure there's going to be other things. Valencia, true goddess. Thank you guys. Preach. Yes, I'm trying to tell y'all. Queen said he's spreading STDs in jail. Well, I'm sure he's piling on the STDs, right? Because it's probably rife or riddled with STDs already. He's right at home. I'm telling you, he's a nasty son of a gun. I had a video sent to me of a lady who was telling her story. I think it's been out for a while, but she was a struggling mother. She barely had anywhere to be with her kids. And he met her and promised her $3,000 for, and then had the nerve to ask her to do it in exchange for getting some head. And she went ahead and did it. And she did it, I guess, in the car or whatever. And she said he smelled so bad she almost threw up. And he just got off the basketball court and didn't bother to wash nothing. Didn't wipe down nothing. Asked her for that head in order to get that $3,000. She asked for it up front. And she trusted him. And she did that disgusting act on that nasty bastard. And he stuck her. He stiffed her. Oh, D, you saw that. Yeah, she said he stunk. And that's the type of man he is. And this is the type of man that somebody like MC Dime wants to defend. And really? Really? Come on now. I'm going to take a sip of wine myself, actually. Wayne, I'm drinking rosé, y'all. I'm not a big drinker, but sometimes when I do these lives, I need to relax. Priscilla, yeah, that's what I say, girl. Nasty ass. Liddy Van Gogh said the lady was proven. Oh, you guys deleted what she said. Oh, she's somebody in the bushes. The people in the bushes trying to come out and defend these people. JC says she was in the hotel with her kids because her house burned down. Okay, yes, exactly. That's the lady. That's exactly it. So she was put out. He knew the situation with her at that. And he still did what he did. Look, it's innocent until proven guilty in the court of law. In the court. We're not in the court right now, okay? We're outside of the court, and this is public opinion. And public opinion says he is guilty as fuck. Excuse my cursing, but sometimes it's warranted. Robert Keller, you just read, they have marriage records, annulment, and birth certificate. That's validation of him being a pedophile. Thank you. Thank you. I'm sipping. Give me a second. So what else we got in this discovery list here? Bank records provided by Jane Doe 4. So whoever Jane Doe 4 is, the bank records are probably showing payments to her. We got the Florida Department of Transportation records, and I don't know if this is with regards to Azriel, because I know she was in Florida. Illinois Tollway records, they have certification for these records. Riverlink records, Port Authority of New York and New Jersey records. I mean, this fool was all over the place, and they got him. Bing, ding, ding. They got him. They have certifications for that stuff too. That's actually the second page. So they have a lot of shit. A lot. So we're going to believe Demetrius the pimp. Yeah, pretty much. And we're also going to believe the records that they have. Did you hear when I said that they have marriage records for Aaliyah? They have the annulment records for Aaliyah, which means there was an actual marriage that took place and then an annulment following months after. So, super chats. If any super chats come in, it's going to Lizzette, okay? So I want to just put that out there. That's my little sis. I'm trying to help her and be a support for her. She's the only person in here in LA that right now at least that I have actually connected with, and like I really do want to help her. So let's see. Blade said read the indictments. You know, the indictments it's superseding. So the indictment was the original indictment that they tacked this thing onto. I don't have in front of me. Let me see something actually. Yeah, I'm not logged into the database. We'll do that separate. I can do a part 2 and read that. We do love Lizzette. She's amazing. And I told her I was going to text her so she could maybe call in, because I want to do, let me text her real quick. So I want to talk about red flags for dating. Let me just text her. Please hold on. Okay. So she may call in. I don't know. She's a little busy in the moment, but let me change this music. All right. So no. All right, y'all. Let's see. Thank you, Lola. Thank you, guys. JC said the prosecution used the marriage license and the annulment at one of Kelly's bond hearings. Yeah, it was written. It was the language of the Aaliyah situation was written in the response to the bond reconsideration, and we knew that this was also being used as a pattern to show a pattern of his behavior. But now it's officially a part of the case, and I'm glad for it. I mean, it should be. Let's see. Yeah, the tape of and marriage shows a pattern of his behavior. Exactly. So let's see. Okay, Lizzette needs a few minutes to call in, so I'm going to just go around the red flag thing. We're going to pause that real quick. Hold on. All right. So, J-Man said, I hope after this documentary they can charge him with what he did to Tiffany Hawkins and Dominique. Yeah. Did you guys find it interesting that Dominique, did you see the promo at the end where she's on there on the part 2? I'm not sure that she's gonna, I'm really curious as to what she's actually gonna say, because from what I understand, she's still in that place of not wanting to, you know, talk publicly out about it or talk down on him and you know, specifically. I don't know what she's gonna say in part 2. Of course, Michelle wasn't able to say, so it's going to be an interesting docuseries. Very much so. Let's see. Angela said the IRS don't play about them damn coins. They will break a poor man. So I know he's not getting off. Yep, true. Easy Writers. Rashana Landfair be testifying for the state as well as the Fed case. Are you asking or are you telling? Because I personally am not clear. Oh, I think it was the state case, actually, right? That the first indictment that came down, set of indictments, isn't she a part of that? So it could be both. Renash said, Dana said she got up and walked off after that look. Queen is asking about a watch party. Yeah, we were talking about that. I was saying grown man has all that high tech equipment to do the watch party. I mean, I have a ability to do things with this here too, but I don't want to accidentally turn the camera on me. Put myself out there. Amy said, yes, I saw Dominique's going to go beyond, looking forward to it. Yeah. Oh, you were asking. Easy. Okay. I think it could be both, but I personally feel like either one. I think she's definitely in the Fed case. And I think that's the one that is going to be the most damaging. Well, either way, I think it's damaging for him. Either way, either case, both cases, one case. If she's cooperating, he's done. So, and I think Aaliyah's getting her justice from the heavens. So, I'm just really glad they did make it official and not just a part of the language, you know, to describe why he shouldn't get out on bail. Let's see. Whenever I'm ready. Oh, I'm talking. I don't know specifically for what, but maybe the watch party. Oh, somebody's saying that Dominique walked out of the studio. Is that what you guys are saying? Okay. Wow. Yeah, he's done with Aaliyah and Rashana. Angela's right. Will you do a live about jury selection? Yeah, I mean, you know, any big thing that happens with this case, I'll be here with it. I'm just trying to branch out a little bit because the only thing about branching out is that more time is going to need to be spent on the channel. And I am so busy outside of here because you guys know I manage my son. He's kicking out next year he got a whole bunch of content he's putting out, new music, all that good stuff. And I'm behind the scenes on that. I have my 9-to-5, which is a manager. You know, I got a lot going on, a lot. And like I said, somebody also is taking some of my time. I don't know if that person is listening, but I'm just saying some of my time is being taken, and it's a good thing. J-Man, Goddess, as far as the enterprise, do you think Asante McGee is a part of it? I do. I have for a while. Plus, Angelo did confirm she lied. I believe some things she said, like the trainer groomer. Personally, I feel... Girl, man, if you don't stop messing with me, personally, I feel that Asante, being that she's very prevalent, because I think she was that her that was on Dr. Oz recently? Anybody who's speaking out and being very vocal, personally, I feel they're cooperating. If they are indeed in any jeopardy of jail time or, you know, being personally prosecuted themselves and they're talking, I feel like they're cooperating and they know that they're free, they're safe. I know we're talking about RPC, but how do you feel about Oprah and Russell Simmons? You know, I was going to bring that up in a different video because I did see like a couple weeks ago when they did say that she was working on this thing for the that festival, that documentary, and she's putting him out there. I feel like, you know, Oprah is a part of the machine. I mean, let's keep it real. As much as we love Oprah, she's a part of the machine, and she's probably doing what she needs to do to keep her status or whatever the case is. Ooh, okay. Okay, so Asante changed her story. That's MC Dime speaking. Yada dada, yada dada, yada dada. Too much rosé. Russell's another RK. Yeah, so Russell Simmons is, you know, more is coming out about him. And then we got, what's his name? What's his name from Show Me the Money? I forgot his name already. He's got more witnesses that coming out against him. I think they said 7 more women have come out and spoken up about him. And yeah, they're black men. And I don't think just because someone is a black man, and we should turn a blind eye to the behavior or to the information that comes forth. I feel like we need to at least weigh it out. Like, if that's the case, then they need to be canceled, I guess you could say. I don't know if all of you believe in the cancel culture, but I believe in, I'm not messing with nobody who's out here abusing women and girls and thinking they're godlike because of their profile or their brand or whatever it is, that how we know them. That doesn't take precedence over the lives of young girls and women, any person really, anybody who's being victimized, abused, whether male or female. Like, if someone's out there doing this stuff. Stephanie says she's going to church tomorrow. Are you leaving us because of this? You have to go to sleep. Shout out to everybody getting up early to go to church in the morning. Angela says, y'all know she did. Everybody else was decent looking. She didn't give that chick no chapstick or makeup or a grandma wig. Or who are we talking about? Asante? Um, Ty. Oh, okay. It's okay. I see what's happening. All right. Why are the young ladies a part of the enterprise? Okay, so I mentioned that because they talk about assistants, and I know a couple, one or not, if not more of them have said they worked as his personal assistants, and they're named as that, as well as runners. So if you're doing errands, that's considered being a runner. Like they've described this enterprise in a way where really anybody who has dealt with him on a social level can fall into under the umbrella of the enterprise. Grown man is talking to MC Dime, telling him, well, harass his victims and call them whores and sluts as a start. You have to create the havoc you want. That's what y'all did to us. Yada Dada said her lace front was through booking. Wow, you guys are so cold. I mean, but honestly, like, hey, if you put yourself out there, and this is why, see, y'all question me not showing my face, but I'm telling you, it has nothing to do with my looks, but it has to do with my safety and the regard that I have for my family, my job, but yeah, but at the same time, yeah, you are subject to a lot of criticism and judgment if you put yourself out there. So, MC Dime said Asante's looking real good. So let's see. Priscilla's saying, oh, you guys are talking about precious moments. Look, when I hear a precious moment, you know what I think of is that Gayle King interview. I think to end the year, grown man, you need to play all of the end of the year things, the top things. That's something me and Mocha and Nia, we were going to do that initially. But I think that's something, grown man, we got to have a top 10 countdown of all the moments from this case. And that's definitely at the top, that Gayle King interview, and all this stuff with the Beehive. Grown man, it's not going to happen. And I'm telling you, this person I'm talking to y'all about, he definitely don't want that. And he don't want it for himself either, which it's just funny that you said that, because I have thought about it. Like, you know what? Just forget it. I'm just going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. At least not yet. And if it gets to a level where I think it's going, then y'all going to see me. Believe and trust. I'm sipping. So I've been on like almost an hour and a half. I just really want to come on. I wanted to discuss the severity of the new indictments, the new discovery list. I wanted to make sure to address it. And I want to make sure that people understand that this is not just some hearsay stuff, or, they're not picking on him because he's a black man, or they're not picking on him because no one's jealous. He ain't running nothing, grown man. It's just he's not running anything. I don't even know why I brought him up. Let me stop. Okay. Robert Keller, I don't know how to hog tie nobody on a t-shirt. Hog tie. That's big business, Robert. I'm telling you. Go ahead. You need to do that. 30 years. Is that what the new going time is now? 30 years? Who is this? I gave y'all 30 years. Oh, that's somebody's page name channel. I gave y'all 30 years. Oh yeah. I gave y'all 30 years. I injected the world. 30 years. Oh, it's Ty. Don't block him. I love y'all. Oh my God. Okay. Right, Lil Red. Just because he's black. Look, you can't just say all black men, because it's a slap in the face to the black men who are actually walking upright, who are out here protecting women, which is what y'all supposed to be doing, not beating up women, raping, abusing, and keeping them down, like killing. There's a lot of murders happening. We have 75,000 or more black women and girls missing. Black women, as a black woman, I can speak and say that we are definitely, treated like less than in society. All right, grown man. All right, you pushing it. You can't persuade me like that. He has a lot of, I would say this, anybody can persuade me to not do it, it would be him. I'm going to say that. He was a little talking mess about me because of that Steven guy calling, everybody asking what he looked like. He's like, I heard you want to know what Steven looked like. It wasn't me. I think that was like Denise and them in the chat. But anyway, Stephanie said, black people are crazy. Okay, girls. Are you black? Maybe Stephanie's not black. Maybe that's what it is. She doesn't understand that, just because a black man is doing wrong things, that we're going to protect him, because you got to understand that what we're doing is we're protecting the girls and the women. That's what we're doing. And you seem to have a blind eye to the girls and the women who are being profiled here. Let's see. Top jazz playing. I like that. Yes, everybody, if you're here, can you hit the like button if you haven't, or subscribe if you haven't? And I'm probably just going to end this here because I think I've covered what I wanted to cover. I wanted to tease my upcoming interviews. Remember, Saturday the 28th, grown man, I'm going on at 6. So please don't go live until I'm done, or until before, maybe after I'm done, because it will be an interview you might want to do a follow-up on, I'm telling you. And in the meantime, I'm working on another one. I'm just waiting for the person to confirm. And this one is a big one too. So thank you, Yada Dada. Thank you guys so much for joining me. And let me just make sure that I have everything covered, because I have notes. Let me check. I might do a part 2 if you guys really want to dig into the actual indictment. And maybe if I find any other insightful information, I'll bring it to you. I was, like I said, going to do a video, but videos are very exhaustive to do. When the way that I do it, at least it takes me a few days, and I just don't have that type of time. So oh, she's black. Powell says she protects the predator. Yeah, but that doesn't necessarily mean she's black, does it? I just say that because she said black people are crazy, so I was just wondering. Okay, Priscilla, we'll be in touch. And let me just double check before y'all go. Hold on. Let me make sure. Oh, wait. The red flags part. Because Lizette's supposed to call. Hold on, y'all. Don't leave me yet. Because I forgot. Lizette's supposed to call in. And it's just a real quick thing. So, Lizzette, I don't know. Let me text her. Because I think she was supposed to call in. Let me just tell her. Come on, girl. All right. So, what I want to do is just talk a little. And Diva, are you still there, or did you fall asleep? If Diva's there, Diva was supposed to call in. Let's see. So I definitely want to address red flags real quick, because there's young girls out there who could possibly end up in a situation because they don't really know what to look for. Dee is asking me to check out Grown Man's Chat with Levi and Angelo. Okay, I'll definitely do that. I'm going to take some time this evening and maybe tomorrow to go ahead and check out some of Grown Man's videos. I know he's been putting out a lot of stuff. Oh, sorry. That was for... Let me text her. Sorry about that. Okay, hold on. See, that's what happens when I move too fast. Okay, so... So anyway, what I want to say is, let me pull up my little thing with the red flag stuff on there. Okay, I think she's going to call and contribute to this segment. And let me just pull up this document that I have. Okay, here we go. Leave me alone, grown man. Hello.
Hi.
Hey, Lizzette. Lizette's on the line, y'all.
Hey, everybody.
Let's give Lizzette some love.
Where the goddess is.
Yes.
In the house.
In the house. We got Team Truth. So I call them Truth Warriors when they're here, because we combine.
The Truth Warriors.
Yes, because we combine the groups. And what we're going to talk about is red flags when it comes to dating or relationships. And, I know you might have some input on that. So you have anything to contribute to any young girls out there listening, or even women in general? We're talking about women today. I know there's red flags for men too. But
Right.
for women, I think grown men, you should focus on the men. But what what red flags do you, yes, what red flags, Lizzette, do you just stand out for you as far as, when you date? What are some things that, are you think people should look out for?
It's very important to study people.
Mm-hmm.
When I was young, control didn't mean love.
Right.
So when somebody wants to control you, that's not love.
Exactly. So if you guys
that's a big thing for young women to understand, because
mm-hmm.
a teenager, a young woman, I fell into another a domestic relationship where everything was great, and the reason why I fell into that was because this person treated me like I was his little doll and liked to dress me up, and everything was me. But the thing was, I couldn't talk to people. I couldn't get the thing,
So you're saying, so if you guys can't hear her, I don't know, because you're a little breaking up just a little bit, but so Lizzette is saying, let me know if you guys can hear her okay, but basically, just to reiterate, she's saying that control, if someone's trying to control you and trying to, be your Svengali, I guess you could say. She said he wants to dress you and all this other stuff. That's a red flag for her. That's a red flag.
It's a situation where when a person wants to control you, that's not love. That's a person who's insecure and just wants to have their way, and their way, the highway. He used to tell me, if you don't like it, you can go. But then what I would try to go would be like, you better not leave me. It's a control thing. Another red flag is when they try to alienate you from everything that you love or people that you love. When someone cares about you, they want you to be happy. They want you to be around your family. They want you to be around your best friends, because that is your identity.
Right.
Narcissists and people that men that abuse women try to strip your identity, and you're left with nothing. You don't even know who you are, because they're rebuilding you to be what they want you to be.
Right. Okay. Robert Keller said something. I'm trying to scroll up. He said that any man who doesn't respect his mother is a red flag. And I do agree with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I do agree with that. I do agree with that. Having a great relationship with the mother usually equates with him having a high level of respect for his partner.
Exactly. Grown man said, this question is so easy. Anything that's not like me, avoid. You know what, grown man? You own one tonight. But okay.
That's awesome. Another thing I would have to say is trying to, for me, I was always a girl that was very self-expressive. Mm-hmm. And then it became, I don't want you to wear that nail polish. I don't want you to wear those clothes. I don't want you to wear your hair like that. It goes back to, again, control. Mm-hmm. These red flags are very easy to see in the beginning. Mm-hmm. And also because they come on in a subtle way. Right. Right? So the little nail polish turns into, you're not going out, 6 months later. You're not, you're not going out. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. So it starts off very subtle. So that's kind of what I went through. Anyone that raises their hand at you and says they're sorry, they're never going to do it again, typically they're going to do it again. Right. So if there's one instance of physical, so obviously we're talking emotional abuse also as well as physical. And one time of she's saying raising your hand and I'm not going to do it again is a red flag, because they probably are going to do it again. I mean, 9 out of 10 times, statistically speaking, everyone could go look it up, and I think I'm going to as well. It's repeated behavior. Right. There's an anger. He has an anger issue, or a woman as well. I mean, Yeah. Anyone that puts their hands on you has a problem. Exactly.
And I want to also say, somebody said narcissist, I think Lola. And Robert Kelly has been defined as a pathological narcissist. I didn't even know that term existed, but that's, that that narcissism is dangerous. Because if somebody is only so absorbed within themselves and they don't have any care or whatever for anyone else besides themselves, everything is self-serving.
Narcissists typically they don't have an empath.
They're missing an emotional chip, an empath chip.
And they're empty emotionally.
Yeah.
They cannot connect with the feelings that you're doing something wrong to me. They just don't get it.
Right.
I have to look this up psychologically, what that is, but I've experienced it not only with the person that we always talk about, but in other relationships where it's just like, you cry and you say, why did you do that to me? And it's always like, well, it was your fault, or why did you do this? Or, you made me do this. They have no understanding that what they're doing is hurting, or they don't care. I have to research this a little bit more, because some psychological issues, sometimes people they say Asperger's. They don't understand that they're hurting people.
Mm-hmm.
So but a narcissist is totally different.
Denise, I'm sorry. Denise said, men who try to rush you into a relationship when you're practically strangers run. Yeah. Why are you rushing?
That's a great one.
Exactly. Why are you rushing me into a relationship? You want to get your control over me. You don't want me. That's an insecurity.
So rushing means let's rush in and move in together. I had that. And one more time, it was to see everything I was doing 24 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a healthy relationship. I always tell my daughter and my son, take time. You're young. Don't get so involved. Learn yourself, because typically when a woman is built strong in her core about who she is, where she's going, it's very hard for those type of people to actually prey on a woman like that, because she's very strong. These narcissists that we know about, that we talk about a lot, why do you think they go after young women?
Mm-hmm.
Because they're not developed fully.
Right.
When a woman is fully developed in her mind and strong and knows where she's going, she can fall in that. But it's not as easily as someone who hasn't taken the time to really build and learn themselves, know about themselves.
Right, exactly.
So for young girls, I would give the advice as to really take your time. There's so much in life. You don't want to give someone else so much control over where you're going. Not like where you're going like tomorrow. I mean, where you're going in your path in life. Try to figure that out, because once you're there, the right person, your partner, will come along. The universe will bring it to you. Don't let nobody rush you into something that is really not for your benefit. There's a lot of sick men out there and a lot of sick women. And these red flags are really important to know. And I guess, we can continue talking about it, because we can go into statistics about African-American women and Latino women and how devastating it is, the numbers of, what happens with them in domestic violence. It's like we get it the worst. African-American women and Latino women, and it's in our communities, and it's prevalent, and we really need to start these conversations. So I'm happy that you chose this topic tonight. Get away from something else,
Yes, I appreciate you calling in. I know you had a limited amount of time. You're busy tonight,
right.
So I'm going to let you go, but we'll holler later. All right, girl.
Thank you, the Team Truth Warriors, the Goddess Warriors.
Yes.
Everyone that likes to hear me rant a bit, I don't need to, but
yes. Well, we love you, girl, and shout out to you for that TMZ. That TMZ thing was a popping thing.
Thank you.
All right, girl.
Thank you.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, y'all. So that was great. So, grown man, you in here talking about your girl's coming on, but she wants to get her hair done. That's what you need to let her do. Are you complaining? What happened to this great man that we were supposed to be looking at as our mentor? Your girl needs to get her hair done. Let her get her hair done. I think she would be a great asset, though, for you and your channel. That would be hot to have you and your girl. Another red flag I'm seeing in here is Angela saying putting you down when they then turn around and say, I'm only telling this out of love. Anyone who's putting you down is definitely not for you. I mean, sometimes people do think they're being funny, I guess, when they're saying certain things. But if it comes across, if it's consistent, it comes across as damaging, emotionally damaging, that's a problem. Lola said they all lack empathy. Gaslighting, Amy said, is another red flag. Okay. I guess I can agree with that too. Let's see. Robert said, I don't trust no female that never puts her hair in a ponytail. Well, that wouldn't be me because I wear my hair in a ponytail quite often. Any more red flags in here that we need to put out? I have something that Diva sent to me, and she must be asleep. I think she fell asleep on me. But it's something that characterizes consent and sexual assault, because I think also people are confused about the terms, like what it really is consent versus not consent and all that stuff. But consent, the definition is, it says here, what does consent mean in sexual assault? And the answer to that is consent is a clear yes to sexual activity. Not saying no does not mean that you have given consent. So just because you didn't say no, and it doesn't mean you're agreeing. It has to be agreed upon, and that's a clear yes. Says consent means you know and understand what's going on. You're not unconscious or blacked out or intellectually disabled. You know what you want to do. You are able to say what you want to do. You are sober, not under the influence of alcohol or drugs. It says sometimes you cannot give legal consent to sexual activity or contact. For example, you cannot consent if you are threatened, forced, coerced, or manipulated into agreeing. One second. It says you cannot consent, you can't legally consent if you're not physically able to, drunk, high, drugged, passed out, or asleep. If you're not mentally able to due to illness or disability. Or if you're younger than 16, it says in most states, or 18 in other states. So that's just to be very clear on consent. And the other question here that is what Diva sent me to share says, how can I get help after a sexual assault? And the answer to this is, if you're in danger or need medical care, call 911. If you can get away from the person who has assaulted you and get to a safe place as fast as you can. After a sexual assault, you may feel fear, shame, guilt, or shock. These feelings are normal, and it may be frightening to think about talking about the assault, but it's important to get help. You can call these organizations anytime, day or night, and they're giving the National Sexual Assault Hotline number, which I'll put in the description box, and the National Domestic Violence Hotline. So National Sexual Assault Hotline is 1-800-656-HOPE. And the domestic violence is 1-800-799-SAFE. And like I said, I'll put those in there. Let's see. The final question on this is, how can I lower my risk of sexual assault? And the answer to that says, you cannot always prevent sexual assault, but you can take steps to help stay safe in general. It says, go to parties or gatherings with friends, arrive together, check in with each other, and leave together. Look out for your friends and ask them to look out for you. If a friend is acting out of character or seems too drunk to stay safe in general, get her to a safe place. And have a code word. It says you can text your family and friends. That means come get me, or I need help, or call me with a fake emergency. So, you got to have a plan in place is what seems clear to me. And also just, use your common sense. Like if you're getting feelings of awkwardness or uncomfortability, you probably need to step back. Make sure you're asking questions. And if you're able to, go ahead and do that background check. Grown man knows all about that. You know what, grown man? You know what? We're going to talk, okay? Oh, Tox, you're back. Oh, you done missed all the good stuff. We just talked about red flags. So, you know, you want to make sure you have checked these boxes, you know, when you're dating, especially if you're doing anything online, because, you know, you can't trust nothing online. Make sure you get that FaceTime in or some video action or current. Make sure, you know, this person is who they say they are. You know, catfishing is a big thing. Like I mentioned before, women are being murdered out here in these streets. And you don't want it to get to the point where now you're at this level where it's danger, run, you know, where you're in a position. Make sure you have your pepper spray, your taser, you know, if you're in a carrying state. So I know people who carry. I personally don't carry out in the streets. But don't come to my house trying to play no games. That's all I'm going to say. You got to update your phone, Tox. It's all good. Let's see. Any other things in here? Any questions or anything on this topic? Because I think we pretty much covered a lot of them. I think it sounds like me and Lizzette may do something. She wants to come on here a little more. I think she's going to start her own podcast, which I think will be awesome for her. In the meantime, she's happy to use my platform to talk about some things too, because she has some things she's working on. Oh yeah, Tox, Uber and Lyft drivers, ladies beware. Yeah, we definitely should say with that. Uber and Lyft, you want to make sure you're, you know, be on the phone with somebody, or make sure your location is on. Send a screenshot, send a picture of the driver information to whoever you're talking to, or, you know, just keep your awareness up. That's always a big thing in life in general when you're out in the world. Just make sure you keep your eyes open. A lot of people are focused on their phones, you know, just not really present. And you want to make sure when you're outside that you are present, you're aware of what's going on around you. Don't be so quick to just trust everybody, because especially around this time of year, the holiday season is the worst season. People are desperate. They're jacking people for cars. They're stealing purses. You know, just make sure you are eyes open. J-Man said, please keep an eye out for your drinks. Yes, that's another one. I wouldn't personally let anyone refill for me except the bartender, and that's a good point. Some people will offer you drinks. Don't take that drink. If they do, get it from the bartender. If you set your drink down and leave it, don't go back to it for sure. And let's see. Yeah, Lola's saying, seriously, the sex traffickers are out on the loose. There are definitely people out here specifically targeting women for money. Sex traffickers and organ traffickers are getting paid to, you know, kidnap women and girls. They have, apparently, from what I understand, there's a whole menu or a list with descriptions and how much they pay for certain types of women. It's real out there. It's very dangerous. It's been in the news and on social media a lot lately. It doesn't mean to live in fear, because you never want to lead with fear, but you just want to be prepared, and you don't want to put yourself in positions that you don't need to be in. Like, seriously, if you're doing something and it sounds a little off or you don't feel comfortable, don't go. Leave if you're somewhere, if you're feeling uncomfortable. Also, if someone you're with is acting funny, because from what I understand, there's girls and women out here setting up other women. Make sure you know who the people are who you're with. If you're questioning anyone that's around you and you're feeling like, I don't know if they're really for me, ditch them. Get rid of these people. Thank you, Amy. Yes, I'm trying to share information that's helpful and valuable. Lola said, live in awareness and sense of preparedness. Absolutely. Always be prepared for, for an emergency. And, make sure your phone is charged. You want to make sure, like I said, somebody or more than one person knows where you're going to be, have your location on your phone on, all these things. JC said there was a woman this year that was drugged and sodomized on the dance floor. Oh, yeah. While she was live streaming on Facebook. I remember that. And I think he ended up getting locked up for that, right? People didn't believe her at first. And that's the thing. People are so quick to judge and not believe people, and this is why people don't like to come out. But we have to really be careful with that judgment. And if you really feel that someone's lying, but you don't know for sure, just don't say anything. It's not your place. Like, why would you even get in the middle and go out there and campaign against somebody who could possibly very well have been victimized? So, it could be your own mother, daughter, aunt, cousin, or whoever. And if it's something like that happened to them, I'm sure you would want the same consideration, right? So, yeah, she said, JC says another came forward and it hasn't gone to trial. Okay. Lola said, real talk, a crazy ex of mine busted out my car window, stole a couple purses. Girl, people are crazy. Yeah, that right there. Yeah, we got to protect ourselves, ladies, and make sure, you're with a kind man, like grown man. He takes care of his family. He's a protective guy. You want somebody who's going to stand up for you, not somebody who's going to, I've had friends where their dude, if something happens, they're questioning their girl and not defending and standing up for her. If you're going to question your girl, do it behind closed doors, not in front of, the people who are having an issue. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, let me ring the bell on all of this. Okay. Lola said that happened in broad daylight last Sunday. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Day, night, early, late, whatever it is. If you're outside of your home, you have to be careful, be prepared. You want to be out here being reckless, you may not come home. And if you have a family and children, especially that you need to be here for, then you need to act like you actually have responsibilities outside of that moment that you're having, and think about them before you go out there making a fool out of yourself and ending up, and not to say that because you're a victim, you're a fool, but I'm saying just don't put yourself in a position, and understand the severity of the consequences that could happen to you if you do, going with strangers. If you meet somebody online, meet them. If you're going to meet them in public, meet them publicly first. Obviously, you want to meet them in public. You don't want to have them pick you up. Don't give them your personal address and all that until you missed the whole show, girl. It's okay, because I know, grown man, are you going live now? Because I'm about to get off of here, because I am going on 2 hours. I was not trying to do that. We did miss you, Keep. We talked about a lot of stuff, but yeah, Lola, I'm glad you're safe after all of that. Also, as just jumping on Amy's sentiment. And J-Man said, watch out for homeless. Where is that at? Homeless folks are prone to assault women. Yeah, you got to look at your environment. If you're walking down the street or trying to get to your car, and you see a whole group of homeless people or whatever, not to be judgmental, but we got to use common sense. Go to the other side. Don't just be like, oh, I don't want to judge them, I'm going to walk right by. Because no, you want to be on the side of caution. Okay, better safe than sorry. Talk says, make sure you check out my channel, or I'm not getting, In and Out Burger. You know what, Talks? So Talk64 has a channel. I think it's a conspiracy channel, Talks. You can put in here what it is. But yeah, everybody follow Talk64 also. We want to support people who are being creators out here, and especially people who are giving awareness tips, or, giving information that will actually help save us. Grown man said, never date online, period. A lot of people date online, grown man. That's not what I'm doing, but I'm just telling you that's a big thing. People are on Tinder. People are on, there's a lot of things that people are doing. Have you not seen 90 Day Fiance? Let's see. Online is a bad idea, very bad. I agree. It is a bad idea. Stay away from online dating. Everybody's just like, damn, online dating is no good. Okay, I'll just say it too. Let's just stay away from online dating. Talk said it's spiritual and about life in general. My channel is real deep and very enjoyable. Okay, so Talk64, who's in the chat, has a channel. He says it's spiritual and about life in general, and that his channel is real deep and very enjoyable. So if everyone could just go over there and subscribe and check him out, that would be cool. And grown man is rolling his eyes at me again. And Lil Red is agreeing that a lot of people do date online. I think most people date online rather than not dating online. Personally, that's what I'm seeing out here. But yeah, thank you guys. So yeah, I think I'm gonna cut it here. Thank you all for showing up for me. I appreciate you, and look out for me, like I said, in the future. And Lizzette, she'll probably be on. And anybody else, if you're interested in coming on and talking about something, just hit me up. I'm happy to share my platform. Priscilla, if you're still here, I definitely want to work with something on you based on, the things we've messaged about. And Grown Man said, then you have to start a show he can handle that. Then you have a start. It shows he can handle responsibility. I must have missed a part of that. Oh, date a guy and go to his house. No roommates, no apartment. Yes, I agree. And then he said, then you have a start and it shows responsibility. Okay, yes, I definitely agree with that. And so far, I'm in good standing. Let's see. J-Man said, if you do decide to have sex, talk to your partner. People will be nasty out there. Heck yeah. Y'all need to go to the clinic together. Get your paperwork out there on the forefront. Here, we're both good. Okay, great. Definitely protect yourselves. Especially if y'all out here still extra fertile. And if you don't stop rolling your eyes at me, grown man. Okay, I think that's it, y'all. Let's end it here. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out, and subscribe if you haven't. Please like this video too, please, and thank you. And yeah, till next time. Peace. Yeah, spiritual discernment. Mary said, use